Hey, what's up, folks? This is Jesse with Keeping It Real Finance, channel that always has your back and tells it like it is. Well, today's video is going to be a review for you on IOTEX. So if you haven't heard of IOTEX yet, I got a request to review this one the other day. Really dug into it and really liked everything I saw. It's all basically about the Internet of Things. But they also have some products that are out there. They have a wallet. They've got some staking opportunities. There's a lot going on here, a lot to unpack, and so hopefully I can do it in a short and condensed format that's easy to understand, which is the entire point of this channel. So, that being said, if you enjoyed today's video, make sure to hit the like button. If this is your first time to the channel, make sure to subscribe. And if you click the bell, you'll be made aware whenever I post time-sensitive content just like this. And now, let's get it going. All right, what's up, everybody? So I wanted to bring you this video today that is going to be all about IOTEX. So I got a request from them just the other day, and I've been getting a lot of IoT-related project requests lately, and so I thought this was a great one to do for today's video. Now, luckily on their site, you can find it at iotex.io/start. This is probably going to be the easiest way to sum this up, and I've got to say that I love easy to read websites. All right. So, first of all, what is IOTEX? And I just want to say that if you go to the site, you can click on any of these videos. The videos are like a minute long a piece. They're all on YouTube. Super easy to follow. But essentially, IOTEX is on a mission to build a connected world where everyday people will own their data, devices, and identity. Kind of sounds similar to Jasmine and some of the other ones, right? So harnessing the power of blockchain, IOTEX will unlock the potential of smart devices/data and empower a new generation of real-world decentralized applications and digital assets. So that's the point, right? Now, as part of this, there's a few different aspects of it. Now, there is the IOTEX platform, all right? So this is the blockchain that is behind the whole project. So IOTEX is the lightning-fast, ultra-secure, and highly scalable blockchain platform that connects real-world data to on-chain decentralized applications for the very first time. So real-world data, when they say that, they're specifically talking about oracles that poured in data from outside the blockchain into the blockchain, okay? So by combining innovations in blockchain, hardware, oracles, and identity, IOTEX is the trusted foundation to power your next big idea. So they're really appealing towards developers here, okay? Now, the token for the blockchain is IOTX. So this is essentially the utility token for all of it. It is the native currency. And so what can you do with it, right? Well, being an IOTX stakeholder grants you voting power to participate in governance, okay? So you will have the ability to vote on various proposals. Anyone can stake, trade, and utilize IOTX to engage across the vast ecosystem of IOTX decentralized applications, devices, and marketplaces, okay? So I would say one of the key things there is you can stake it, okay? So that's a really big deal. And we're going to be showing you how you would do that here in a second, right? Now, moving forward, it says, building the connected world. So IOTEX enables an entirely new category of decentralized use cases by bringing data from the real world to the blockchain universe. So this is, where we're talking about the oracles, as well as IOTEX has some different products, and they have something they refer to as machine fi, essentially, which, you think of DeFi as decentralized finance. Well, machine fi is essentially machine finance. So they're talking all about, they think the way of the future is with IoT devices and machine finance. So pretty interesting, okay? So it says now, with IOTEX, anyone can earn digital assets based on their real-world data and actions, okay? So moving on down here, they have numerous media channels, whether it's YouTube, Reddit, Twitter, Telegram. They have a newsletter you can follow. Here's the actual IoPay Wallet. So this particular wallet, you can get it on mobile, so it's on Google Play, the Apple Store, Android, etc. It's on desktop, Ledger. And let me kind of show you what that looks like real quick. Let me just bounce over here to the wallet page. So right here is the page for the wallet. So you can find this at iopay.me. It says IOPay 2.0 multi-chain support crypto wallet, right? And it's got all the places that you can download it. So it's more than a wallet. Advanced functionality meets novice simplicity. These are like this is like music to my ears, right? Whenever I hear something like that, the only way that crypto is ever going to catch on in a broad way is if it is easy to do. Okay, now crypto of today is sometimes a little bit complicated. So whenever there's a company that's trying to simplify, this is the way of the future. Okay. Now it says you can also manage your assets across multiple chains. Also the way of the future, right? Interchain compatible. Okay. So it says with IOPay 2.0, you can seamlessly switch between IOTEX, Ethereum, the Binance Smart Chain, and Polygon networks. Okay. Explore hundreds of decentralized applications so you can choose from DeFi, NFTs, GameFi, MachineFi, marketplaces, and more without ever leaving IOPay. So that's a really smart thing, also, right? So basically, what they're saying here is that they have their own wallet and you can do everything you need to do within the wallet. That's the point, right? So scrolling on down here, so it says buy, swap, and stake assets. Okay. So open the universe of DeFi, move assets across chains, which we just talked about. You can even buy IOTX directly with a credit card. It's never been easier to start learning and earning in the Web3 world. So you don't even need to go essentially to a centralized exchange. You could just buy it straight through the wallet that you download to your phone, right? So, in terms of total value locked on the IOTube bridge, 137 million. Total value locked on Mimo Dex, 38 million. Um, the number of IOTX staked is nearly 3 billion. Okay. And we're going to talk about total supply here in a second where I show you that. But basically, roughly around, let's say 30%, give or take, is staked right now. So that's pretty good. Okay. So that's the wallet. Now I want to go back here to the main page and just scroll down a little bit further. So here's one of the products that they have, Ucam. So they have a couple of physical products. This is one of them. So it's the world's first blockchain home security camera. Okay. So again, pretty awesome, right? And where you're going to see this idea potentially originated from is that the founder of IOTEX is also a former Google engineer as well as worked with Uber. Okay, and I'll show you his background in a second. But that could be some of maybe what originated some of this idea with the camera. Okay, so it says, say hello to the Ucam, the award-winning camera that's also the world's first security camera powered by blockchain. So it says, conventional security cameras from nanny cams to door cameras are frequently vulnerable to hacks. And this is true because they're connected to your home Wi Fi network, right? So it says the irony of the very thing that was supposed to keep you safe now invading your privacy is plain to see. So it says here, Ucam protects your personal videos with end-to-end encryption secured on the device powered by the IOTEX blockchain. So you have an encrypted video. You decide who has access to your videos, not some mammoth internet company. And that's also really funny. And I'm going to show you why in a second, because of where in particular IOTEX is headquartered. This is going to come back for some irony. That's a really funny statement there, right? So it says, and the kicker is you can buy it right now on Amazon for $50. That's cheaper than a Ring camera and far more secure. Ucam is an affordable blockchain product in the real world. Okay. And look at this. So they have a quote here from Newsweek. So, given the rising prevalence of security breaches and the ever expanding collection and analysis of our online mobile phone and smart home behavior, the future may demand more solutions along the lines of what the Ucam and IOTEX offer. I would say that's kind of a Captain Obvious statement, right? Yes, the future will demand that. Moving on. Okay. Here's another thing. So take control of your data with Pebble. So Pebble is basically like an activity tracker is what this is, okay? So Pebble is IOTEX's breakthrough data parsing device designed from the ground up to work with the IOTEX blockchain. So take real-time control of the data from physical objects and securely track any object on the IOTEX blockchain. So it says here you can track motion, so precise motion tracking and traceability, location and speed, so the exact location and the speed of movement for immutable truth. The climate it can track, so temperature, humidity, air pressure, air quality, and then light, sophisticated state of the art sensors and detection capabilities. So there is an absolute ton that you could do based on those specs alone. So, in terms of IoT, again, IoT is the Internet of Things. It's basically anything in this world that's connected to the internet is essentially IoT, right? And this kind of ties into all of that. That this gathers so much data from one little device. Pretty crazy, right? So that is their other big one. Now it says here, what can Pebble be used for? So, broadly speaking, Pebble is an ideal solution for the ever growing yet rigid areas of supply chain, NFTs based on real world objects, contract settlement, remote monitoring, mobile asset tracking, and process automation. So, you can do a ton with this, right? Anything that uses data and has a future, Pebble is primed to disrupt. That's like music to my ears, yet again, a disruptor. I always like stuff like that, right? So that means they're kind of pushing the envelope into a new space. Now, IOTX live projects. So it says, let's consider the world of health, specifically medical transport. So what they're talking about is there's always a ton of medical transport all day, every day with hospitals, patients, manufacturers of medicines, you name it, right? You can verify both the integrity of the chain of custody, that no counterfeits were substituted, and that the required temperature and humidity are maintained to prove the medicine, organ, or device will still work when it gets to its destination. That's pretty awesome. Again, these are like ideas of the future that some of the companies in the cryptocurrency space are doing, and IOTEX is clearly one of them. All right, keeping the men and women of the U.S. Navy safer. So, we're talking about healthcare networks face cybersecurity attacks every day. Blockchain technology counters these attacks and ensures that vital processes and information flow are not disrupted. So that's 100% true. So it's all about security, about coding everything. That's kind of what this is keying in on here. And it says, so Consensus Networks, a 1.5 million contract with the U.S. Navy begins in 2021, runs to 2022, focuses on accurate demand forecasting, automated flow of supplies for true just-in-time delivery of essential products such as blood and plasma. Now, like where this differs from other projects is VeChain, for example, ticker symbol VET. So VeChain uses RFID tags in blockchain. This is different though, because this is Internet of Things. So it's gathering different data points in particular here. All right. So moving on down, why should you care? Do you like NFTs and mining? So it says you can do both with Pebble as part of your regular day. Okay, so here what they're talking about is game theory. So this is part of what incentivizes users to use Pebble. Okay, so it says bring Pebble to life with a wearable device. Whether your goal is to visit every go-to spot in your city or compete with your friends to collect the most and rarest NFTs, you and your friends can now create and monetize your NFT collection while mining and enhancing your future along the way. The best part is that you can control and use your own data based on your values. So decentralized apps like IOTX's Pebble Go use this proof of presence technology to let you continue doing the things you love most, all while owning your data and mining in the process. So it says this October, you're invited to be part of this revolution and start your day on the right foot with Pebble in your pocket. Pretty awesome. Okay. So moving on down, we've got tons of projects here within it. We've also got the team down here. Raullen Chai, he is the co-founder and CEO. We've got Jing Sun here, co-founder, CEO, Art Malkov, head of growth, and Larry Pang, head of business development. And I think I had seen a video with Larry in it. One of these, it might have been this one. Maybe it was a different one. One of them on the website had him on it. Now, moving forward from there. So I wanted to show you a little bit of the background of Raullen Chai in particular. Okay. Now, Here's his LinkedIn, and it's kind of a really funny LinkedIn, especially, for somebody who comes from corporate America. Obviously, his profile image is one of the Bored Ape Yacht Club NFTs, which is funny. He's located in San Francisco, so this is US based. Okay. In particular, we're talking about Menlo Park, and I'll show you that in a second. That name may be familiar for some of you out there for another big company. Okay. So scrolling on down here, it says that experience. So co-founder and CEO of IOTEX. So a decentralized network for the Internet of Things. That's exactly what it is, right? But if we go back a little bit further here, look at this one: lead of crypto research and development and engineering security for Uber. So he did that for a year. He was also a senior software engineer and tech lead for Google. Okay. He's got a PhD from the University of Waterloo, as well as one of the other members of the team, who's the head of cryptography, also went to the University of Waterloo. So there's some ties in there. Okay. Now, why I wanted to show you Menlo Park in California in particular is because guess who's headquartered there? Meta. So when I say Meta, we're talking about Facebook, we're talking about Instagram, right? So Facebook is the company that's basically been made famous by all of the user data that is on the platform. This is how Facebook is worth just billions and billions and billions of dollars, because of all of that data, and there is a ton of it. So it's really ironic that IOTEX is located in the same place. Okay. Now, I had brought this up in a previous video that I did about measurable data token. And prior to that, I did a video on Jasmy, in particular, competitors for Internet of Things. And I was talking about measurable data token. And I said, they'd be a great one to be acquired by somebody like a Facebook, right? Now, what's really interesting was they did get acquired, but by a company called Chain. Who else here is right in Facebook's backyard is IOTEX. So that is just sort of interesting. So, you can kind of read between the lines of what I'm getting at here. But they're in the exact same geographic area. Okay. All right, moving forward. So I wanted to go over to Coin Market Cap and just kind of show a little bit here. So first of all, circulating supply right now is 9.5 billion out of a 10 billion total. 95% is out there, so that's out. Okay, falls under the Ethereum contracts, so basically ERC 20 is what we're talking about. Moving on down. Well, actually, before I move on down, market cap is 346 million as of the recording of this video, which is August 4th, 2022. Current rank is 107. And why I find that fascinating is that obviously on this channel, I do a ton of Jasmy related videos as well. Basically, IOTEX is in the same general market cap area. So that's pretty interesting. All right. Now, scrolling on down, IOTEX here, look at the chart. So this chart basically bottomed out for years, floated around the bottom. This is what many of them do, right? And then it absolutely exploded and blew up here, right? Now, what's interesting is where it's at today at 0.036 cents. Well, the peak here was somewhere around 24 cents. So even from the peak would be an 8x today on this one. And you can stake it, okay? So if you stake it within the wallet, I want to say I saw that if you staked it, I think it was with Binance, the rate was like 11%. So there are some pretty good staking rates on this coin that are out there, right? And they also have the real world products, whether it be the camera or the Pebble, okay? So all that's pretty interesting. Also, if you look at some of the feedback here on the side, you can see there's a lot of people that think that IOTEX is the real deal, and I agree with you. By all accounts, this is a solid Internet of Things blockchain, absolutely. And it's in Silicon Valley. It's got an easy to read website. We have multiple products. We've got a blockchain that has been fully developed, hammered out, looks great. There's really a lot going for IOTEX in particular. They already have the wallet out there. So having a wallet is key to participate here. So they've got that out. It's on multiple platforms. So you can really see that, where this could go into the future. There are numerous areas, and they've in the various videos they've talked about IOTEX with not just wearables. They talk about with autonomous vehicles also that you could use the IOTEX blockchain. So there are significant use cases here. And the reason why I'm doing this video today is I really believe strongly the more and more I research Internet of Things related cryptocurrencies, that quite a few of these and their different blockchains have significant use cases. They really do. And I think IOTEX is a prime example of that. Okay. So, anyhow, with this chart, my whole point is that to get back up to here, that's roughly an 8x from today. So, it's a good buying time. Okay. Now, moving a little further, I always like to check the HODLer Wallets. Okay. So this is something that I look at in my other videos as well. And look at this one. So past 3 months keeps on building. So right now they're at roughly, looks like just under 20,000, nearly 20,000 wallets are holding the IOTX token, which you can get all over the place. Let me go back to the overview here. I'll show you where the various centralized exchanges, or you can use that IoPay wallet. Let me go to the markets. Here we go. So we'll go to the markets and we'll show you where you could find this one. Right now, you got Binance, you got KuCoin, Gate, Coinbase, Huobi. I do have various referral links to different exchanges. If you're not on some of these or you want to, if you follow those links, you help support the channel. So big thanks there. But moving on down, we've got basically numerous exchanges that this is on. So it's readily available all over crypto.com. It's there as well. Or you could simply buy it within their wallet. So they make it really, really easy. And, I also have to say that I watched a significant portion, one of the videos on there, it was like almost 2 hours long, with their CEO and different members of the company. Very good video. And when you watch that, you see, this is one of the things I really love about cryptocurrency. I think, this is sort of one of the things I kind of like nerd out over, is that there's a lot of idealists in cryptocurrency. So it's guys that are working on the idea, now, granted, obviously in cryptocurrency, there's plenty of scammers and fraudsters and all that stuff. But there really are some really, really impressive idealists. And that's what IOTEX really kind of screams the more you research it. So I think this is absolutely a solid Internet of Things project. So that being said, that's it for this portion of the video. I'm going to wrap everything up now with some final thoughts. All right, so now let's sum up today's video with some final thoughts on IOTEX. So first of all, there's a lot going on here, a lot to unpack, right? We had multiple products. We've got the security camera and we have Pebble. Pebble alone can give lots and lots of data points. It also incentivizes users, right? They also incentivize users through staking. So there's staking opportunities. They have an app. It's available all over the place. Anybody can use it. You can stake, you can earn those rewards, right? Most importantly, they have the IOTEX blockchain as well. Outside of all of that, they are headquartered in, essentially Silicon Valley, Menlo Park, Facebook's backyard, and we have a founder who's got experience from Uber and Google. So, you see those things and you go, wow, there's kind of a lot going on here with IOTEX. Very impressive. And I really like how simple it is, how simple it's laid out. I like the ease of the website. Okay, we've got a bunch of 1-minute YouTube videos. You can follow them, or they have the more lengthy video that goes into the roadmap, various progress, news updates, all of that stuff's there on their website, so you can find all of that. We also have IOTX that's readily available all over the place, and right now it's currently an 8x off of its former high, which was just in the winter of last year. So lots of opportunity with IOTEX. So just wanted to say that, I always appreciate requests from anybody out there. If you've got a request on a legit project that I haven't covered yet on the channel, or if you feel I need to do an update on something else, send it my way and I'd be happy to look into it. Just as with this project today, very impressive overall, and I can see a lot of good things here coming with IOTEX. Now, in the world of IoT and cryptocurrency companies, they're all a little bit different, and all of them have various devices or ways to incentivize, some with phone apps, some without, some with physical devices, actual trackers. It really just kind of depends. But there is a ton of insight that companies, developers can get from all of those various data points. There's some other projects out there, you know, like XYO is another one that tracks data points in particular. The security camera, though, that's kind of a unique thing. So I really like that. That's totally different, and I like encrypting it. You know, you can kind of see where this could originate out of somebody who worked at Google. I can totally see how that would connect there. So very cool overall. If you, like I said, if you really want to see the more in-depth interviews on the website, they are on there, and the videos are posted through their YouTube channel. You could simply just follow their YouTube channel and watch a few videos on IOTEX. But this is just outside the top 100 cryptocurrency, which means that this is a great contender for the future. It means this is absolutely a solid project, and it has a bright future. As I'm a strong believer in the future is going to be scalable, it's going to be interoperable, right? So we got both of those. And look at the value of data. So data in particular, as everyone's saying, data is the new gold. As Blake says, data is the new diamonds. Data is diamonds, right? So if data is diamonds, if data is the new gold, then look at the companies that are focusing on data for the future. This is one of those companies. They have a great platform, and there's a lot going for it. Okay, so that being said, I'll be happy to do some further updates on this. I know there's probably a lot of stuff that I didn't cover in terms of, you know, different news updates, things like that. I can cover that in a future video. This is more of just an introduction here to show you what a solid project this is and what potential may hold. Like I said, it's already an 8x off of the last peak from roughly not even a year ago. So tons of potential here with IOTX and that staking. So don't forget that. All right. So that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to hit the like button. Don't forget that I'm also on Twitter at KIR Finance, where you can find me tweeting and retweeting. Check me out there. I've also got a Patreon page. If you want to support the channel, check out the Patreon. I've got a website, KIRfinance.com. You can go there, find blog articles, all kinds of other stuff. That's all in there. And lastly, for a friendly reminder, this is Jesse with Keeping It Real Finance, the channel that always has your back, tells it like it is, and I will see you on the next one. Later.